Today's topic is how to heal from traumas. So if you are watching this video, you probably already had trauma or remember your traumas, or might one of your friends or family members is actually experiencing trauma, or maybe your clients and you want to help them with that. So either way, you need to understand that some people actually remember their traumas as a memory, but some of them has traumas even without remembering. And how do you know they have traumas? Because they get triggered on a day-to-day basis. If you get triggered during the day and experiencing negative emotions related to some situations around then you have a core trauma which you need to release. Otherwise, it's going to piling up through triggers, and it's going to eventually become a disease in your physical body, depending on what is this emotion related to. Certain areas of your body where we have the energy centers, they actually capture negative emotions related to different situations in your life. So it depends on what are you actually feeling sad about. That is actually can block heart chakra or solar plexus or sacral chakra. So certain areas in your body, and this already start to affect the glands around that chakra. That's the first thing what they're going to affect, the hormonal production, and then eventually other organs. And first might you feel just mental issues, but then they become physical issues eventually because they didn't get released from the core. So where is the core? Basically, the core is in the unconscious mind. So when you imagine the mind, we have the conscious mind, the subconscious, and the unconscious, and the superconscious. So the conscious mind, what you use for analyzing things, what you actually use when you're setting goals or you are focused on something. And the subconscious mind is the majority of the time what you spend with, is because the subconscious mind is when you use it when you do things what you already done so many times, and then you can do it even with closed eyes, for example, or like subconsciously, so those are actually which you've done many times, and then you are comfortable with it, then you actually get into autopilot and you do it. It's like when you drive somewhere and then you forgot how you get there actually. And then a little part of the subconscious mind is the unconscious mind, which is holding the buried traumas, the violence, the abuse. And these are really deep. So what does it mean deep? So if you heard about transcendental meditation or transcending, that's what it means to actually crossing the line between conscious and subconscious. So the conscious mind is the monkey mind, when you have thoughts, when you have doubts, when you have like self stories going on in your head about certain things, judging, criticizing, those kind of things. And then when you transcend into the subconscious and the unconscious level is when it's more quiet, more smooth, more relaxed. So what happening is, as soon as you reach those levels and you get deeper and deeper, and eventually you reach the unconscious mind, that's when actually you are able to release those traumas. And what happens when you release them? When you release those traumas, you're not going to get triggered anymore. The trigger is going to stop related to that area what you released. The healing journey is not a one-day thing. So you got many traumas, you got many triggers. So to release them all, it takes a while. But it's better to start as soon as possible, right? So to prevent to get actually physical illnesses. Why not start today, So what I'm saying is to you, there is an amazing proved tool which you can use to heal your traumas. My clients loves it, and they said they've been on counseling and trauma and the psychologist, and then they went through all kinds of things, but they never experienced so much release and health like from this tool. What is this tool? It's called source memory healing. How it works? We do first a meditation technique which called 8th chakra meditation. This brings you into delta brain waves. What does it mean? You're going to be very calm, very relaxed at the end. The chatter is not going to be there. And then you are able to communicate with the unconscious mind, which is going to help you to bring in the memories which are related to your issue, what you're going to actually specify when you start this process. So bringing back the memories, you're going to see those situations which actually caused you certain pains, certain negative emotions. and you will be able to release those negative emotions from that situations. And by that, at the end of the release, you are able to forgive to the situation, to those people who actually betrayed you or whatever happened. And after the forgiveness is going to have a closure, and everything is going to be rewritten in the Akashic record label. What is Akashic records? Akashic records is your balance sheet. Basically, it's your past and future and present. Everything is there, what is happening to you, and your karmas, you know. So when you actually rewrite something in the Akashic records, that means you rewrote your past. So then you create a new future. You already quantum shift in a parallel reality, in a new future path. If you keep those traumas, if you don't do anything with those traumas, you continue on this journey, and then you actually blocking the chakras through triggers, you getting certain illnesses, and then you get into diseases, and then eventually, as most of the people who's ending up, you know, in hospital, surgery, whatever situations, high blood pressure, all of these diseases, diabetes, have all a root as a trauma, and then that can be prevented by this process. I'm going to have actually a program called Elevate, an 8 weeks program from November, which is a group coaching. But in that group coaching, I help people not just release traumas, but also reprogram subconscious mind and connect with the superconscious to be more protected, to be more aware of what's happening in their life, and to get guidance and channelings about how to actually vision their future, how to build it up to be successful, happy, and healthy. So this is an 8 weeks course. This is an amazing process you can go through and get started on your healing journey and preventing yourself from diseases, you know, and all kinds of terrible situations what you attract through your triggers. So if you want to join, then just find the link below, please, and you can find the details there. And I would love to see you there and help you with your releases, and see you next time.